Hey guys, welcome back to Kimura's Kitchen. Today we're going to be making some eggplant parmesan breaded fries. So really you're just going to be making fries dipped in breadcrumbs and parmesan cheese out of eggplant, which is in season right now. So all you're going to need is nice eggplants. The smaller they are, the less bitter they are, so you do want to try to choose one that is the smallest of the bunch, or at least a little bit younger and fresher. You also need 2 to 3 tablespoons of grated Parmesan cheese or shredded Parmesan cheese, which is what I have here. You also need 1/2 cup of Italian seasoned breadcrumbs. I've also added to this about 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, and a teaspoon of dried parsley. And 1 egg white that's whisked with 1 tablespoon of water. So let's begin. To start, you're going to want to chop your eggplant into 1/4 inch wide strips. So to do that today, I'm just going to start by cutting off the top, cutting it in half, and then cutting each one of these halves into evenly sized strips. After you have your eggplant cut into your fry or stick shapes, you want to set up a nice little breading station. So we have our egg whites here with the water. We have our breadcrumbs, and then we have a cookie sheet that's lined with parchment paper and also sprayed lightly with cooking spray. The cooking spray is not required for it to be non-stick. That's what the parchment paper is for, but it will help your fries crisp up a bit. So you're just going to take a strip of eggplant that you have. You want to coat it in the egg white lightly and then place it in the breadcrumbs so that your hands don't get super messy. You're also going to want a fork to help cover the eggplant with the breadcrumbs. You can toss it and turn it and kind of scoop it over top. Then using that same fork, just lift it out of the breadcrumbs and place it on your cookie sheet. You want to repeat this process with all of your eggplant pieces until each one is breaded and on your cookie sheet. Now that we have all of our eggplant pieces breaded and on our cookie sheet, we're going to bake these in a 350-degree Fahrenheit oven for 10 minutes. Okay, these have been in the oven 10 minutes, so now all we want to do is flip them over. Give them a quick spritz with some cooking spray. And finally, you want to sprinkle on your Parmesan cheese. Now I like to add mine at the very end here. We're going to end up popping these back in the oven for another 5 minutes to have the cheese melt and lightly brown. You can, if you're using the grated Parmesan cheese, you can actually mix that right into the breadcrumbs, and then it will be evenly coated throughout the entire dish. But I just like to add mine on top. After this, we're going to put them back in the oven another 5 minutes, and then they will be done. Our eggplant parmesan fries are finally done. They spent their last 5 minutes in the oven melting the cheese, which has browned nicely and crisped up actually on the pan, which will be delicious. These you can serve after they've cooled slightly with a side of marinara or pasta sauce. It's a great, easy, delicious dish that you can have as a side or as a main meal if you pair it with a salad or some grains and vegetables. It is easy to make and is a great way to introduce you or your family to eggplant if you've not had it this season. So I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, happy cooking!